YouTube? Welcome back to another video. This is the first day of planting. It is March 26th. It's a Friday, and we are getting after it. Headed down to a farther field. It's about an hour drive in the tractor, so not terrible, but it's about a 70-acre field. Hopefully get a decent start on it tonight, and then finish her up tomorrow morning and early afternoon. And that'll be probably the end of soybean planting until April 10th when we get our full crop insurance coverage for replant. So yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, not a whole lot goes wrong. Normally the first day is always pretty rough, but it's good to get it out early before the season, before it really starts ramping up in April, so that we know our planter's ready to rock and roll when it comes time to really hit it. So yeah, things are looking good, the weather's good, and early planted soybeans are hopefully going to pay this year, so I guess we'll find out.
One day later.
We're finally in the field. Had a couple first day of planting hiccups. Having a little problem with the vacuum and got that fixed. And we had an airbag leak over there behind one of the pneumatic downforce bags was leaking, so I had to get that replaced. Tightened up connection, and we are rock and roll planting with our prescription rate right there. It kind of moves around as we go throughout the field. I'll pop a picture on the screen of what the actual map looks like, but it'll fluctuate as we go throughout the field. It's looking good. Ground conditions are good. This field has cover crop and was VT'd last fall, so it's looking like a garden. Stuff's turning out really well. Running 1750 RPM, 6.5 mile an hour, and everything is looking pretty dang good. Rolling along about I don't know how many acres an hour we're doing, but let's see. Rolling at 21, 22 acres an hour, so making progress. A lot of people probably have some questions why I'm planting so early on March 28th. For the past 2 years, I've kind of been experimenting. We have a smaller 15-acre field. One of those years, it snowed on it, and that was our best field of beans. And then we had a frost come over top of it. Nothing was really out of the ground, but it took about a month for them to come out of the ground, and I had zero issues with that field. So, I mean, it's kind of proven itself on my farm at least, and the studies are showing that the earlier you plant, the better yields you're going to be getting, just because you're giving that soybean a longer growing season versus if you were to plant like April 10th, you kind of shorten that up. Also, it helps at least on my farm, I'm kind of time constricted with still going to school. I'm able to make sure the planter's working, plant like a 50-acre piece or so, get all the kinks worked out. Like we wasted about a day between troubleshooting and making sure this thing was working flawlessly. So that's another reason. And I mean, it's just the yield data from other farmers around the area is just kind of showing that it pays to be planting early like this, especially beans. Corn, I definitely am not there yet, nor do I think I will be for a while on planting early. I don't know if I can bring myself to do that, but I mean, on beans, really my philosophy is as long as the weather looks good and I plant them a little deeper, like right now I'm doing an 1.7 inch or inching 7500s. So I'm not too worried about them coming out of the ground that fast. Like if we're to have a frost within the next week to a week and a half, there's no risk of anything happening to my beans because they're just under the ground. They're protected by that dirt. So really, obviously you don't want the seed rot, but I'm not really too worried about soil temperatures, especially on beans. As long, obviously, I would like it to be above 40. But like people like Larson Farms, you see them planting corn in super cold temperatures, like mid to high 30s in the soil, and it's really cold outside. I mean, I don't know if I would be willing to do that, but it's kind of what they have to do, and it works out pretty good, and they get some decent yields with that. So if I can make it make sense on my farm for beans at least, there's no reason for me to not plant 70 to 100 acres. And also, for those of you who don't know how crop insurance works, you purchase the federal crop insurance that covers you for replant starting on April 10th, and then we also buy extra protection that covers us beginning on March 1st. So we are getting $50 to replant soybeans on March 1st. So if they were to come out of the ground and get frosted after March 1st, then they will pay us $50 an acre to replant our soybeans, which does not cover the cost totally, but it gets close enough to where it's not going to be a significant loss for our farm, and it provides us with that cushion. So beginning April 10th, we get full replant coverage. We'll get paid back for all the seed we put in. The only thing we lose is labor and machine wear and tear and depreciation on that. But and I do not like the practice. I do not need to plant again. I do not like replanting in the slightest. But if you're making smart, calculated decisions, taking that risk to plant your beans early is not really a whole huge risk, at least in my eyes. So being able to get these in the ground, make sure my planter's working, get some wetter fields out of the way while it's still dry and the dirt's really good, and get that extra yield benefit out of getting them in early. Definitely outweighs the risk for me, as long as I'm making a calculated decision on the weather and what the ground conditions are. That should be enough to get it running. So the issue we had was the hydraulic hose right there popped out. That's called the case drain. Don't ask me what it does. I'll Google it in the tractor and we'll find out, I guess. But it made a little bit of a mess of my tractor. I just cleaned the other day. But we got that back in. The sight glass is right there. So you want it, there's two lines right there. You want it right in between those two lines. It's not there, but it's enough to get this thing running again until I am able to get another one. It's not a massive deal, but you don't want to leave it running without the right amount of fluid for too long. Finish this field, it's not going to be a problem, but we're just going to run it for now until we get done, because this is early planted beans and we're only going to do this one 70-acre field. So Welcome to Ben from the future. Thank you for watching the video number one. Number two, it rained about 4 inches this week. I planted those beans about 2 weeks ago. It is April 10th now, it's Friday. And it looks like it's gonna rain for the next 3 weeks. So it's kind of looking like a repeat of last year, but I guess we will find out. But I figured I would just end the video here. Otherwise it was gonna skip ahead like four or 5 weeks. So I will pick it back up when things start getting dried out. But for now, thank you for watching, and this is the end of the early planting season.